Welcome back. And moving on to our second segment for today. The Egyptian leadership has taken into consideration more strategies to work more on women empowerment, educational system, strategies to move into better educational system, taking into consideration when we talk about creativity, we're talking about digitalization, women empowerment, of course, vocational training and more, and giving all opportunities and chances for the youth for better future. Well, over the phone we have Dr. Hanady Ragaei. She's a member of the Presidential Program, expert in sustainable community development. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning, doctor. First of all, could you shed the light more on this initiative and the goals of this initiative?
Okay, since assuming power in 2014, President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi has realized that youth are the pillar of the Egyptian state and the base of its strength and its path towards progress and advancement. Therefore, he was keen to support them in all possible ways and forms, and the president launched many dialogues with the youth in different ways, and he always supporting them by maintain and by implementing a lot of initiatives since 2014. That means he is believed in that the youth, they are the future leaders, and they have to understand how we're gonna, initiatives and how they have to be a proper leaders with all the conditions and the meaning of leadership. That's why he started to open this initiative by giving them the opportunities to contribute in, decision making, understanding the political sides in Egypt and all over the world. Also the support everywhere, projects, entrepreneurs. So actually, he giving them and he's opening the channels with the youth to start discussing what will help them in the future.
Well, talking about this initiative, I would like to shed the light also on the role of the civil society and the private sector as well.
Yes, absolutely. The President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi, he is making some contributions with the private sector by enhance the qualifications of this youth to start participating with the big names of the businessmen in Egypt, that they have a corporate and a huge corporate companies, by let them this youth to have a good and proper positions in their companies, and also the financial part, they have to support this youth by their entrepreneur side. If they have a small project, also the Central Bank of Egypt, they are supporting them with a type of loans, because absolutely, once we need to start new projects, or if we are looking for entrepreneurs, there is a big arm of a financial part. So that's why by this initiative, this is a hidden message from the president for all the people, or especially the businessmen, that they have a big companies in Egypt, or let's say a huge corporate companies. They have to support them with giving them the chance to talk, to initiatives and ideas that help them. And I think we can find these in the new eras in Egypt, that the youth is starting their small and medium projects, and they are very successful, by the way.
Well, talking about these initiatives, of course, it has a direct impact on the youth when it comes to involving them in decision making and carrying on with the different positions. So could you tell us more about the impact of such initiatives, and how far can these initiatives motivate youth?
Okay, first of all, Mr. President, he came to burn the bridge of communications between these youth. And then he seriously and strong empowerment for them. Sometimes we are, let's say it as a kind of motivation. When the youth finding that the president of their countries assigning a leadership positions to the young people, this is a message to them. So just if you're gonna work on yourself, maybe one day you'll be like this, who is, in the big or in the high positions. Also, you can find the assistant of ministries and assistant for the prime ministers. Also, they are young people, and also there is a presidential program for the youth leadership. The President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi is supporting the National Academy for Youth Training and Qualifications. And also there is the Egyptian Youth Conferences. So all of these, you can understand that there is kind of motivations. Once you are working properly in your career, you can find the proper position, and this is a type of motivations as well.
Well, what kind of challenges do the youth face when it comes to entrepreneurship?
Okay, we can, limit the challenges by like following. First of all, there is a limited industry knowledge, and there is also the limited network and connections as well. There is a lack of credibility and trust, and unfortunately, I'm sorry to say that, but there is an uncredible, because the bad signs make the lack of trust. Also, the financial constraints is one of the challenges. Fear of failure, and this regarding to our culture, we are an Egyptian people, we fear of fail. And also you can find the limited financial resources, a lot of the, procedures, paperwork, that makes them a little bit demotivated, and it's a type of challenge also. And also attending to the networking events, not all the they prefer to attend this, and this is one of the challenges also. And also using social media, sometimes there is a lot of, rumors which makes them, oh my God, and it will be a big challenge, I cannot do this and that. This is the big or the main challenges that the youth face during they are starting to build their dreams, and they are, sometimes they put their visions, and once they stuck with these challenges, it could be, impact negatively on their attitude. So these are the most challenges that they are facing during their entrepreneur projects.
So what is your own advice when it comes to these challenges, or to any of the youth who are really interested in entrepreneurship?
Oh, okay. My personally advice, first of all, we have to put plan and what is the type of industry or the business they need to work in it. And this is little bit, it is hard because our education, especially in the universities, we didn't reach the optimum, studying that we have to let our kids to study whatever they thought they can do it properly. Still, we have in our cultures that the parents, they are, just force their kids to study what they want to study. And this is still in our cultures as an Egyptian parents or family. So if we give them some chance to choose what they want to study, so we have to start the infrastructure here from the education. And then we have to let the youth to choose what type of work they want to do it, because the personality in our culture, again, we don't care about this too much. Maybe 60% of the people, society, they do believe that my son or my kids, they cannot do this and they can do that. So if we give them chance to express their feelings, as the country as well did it by this initiative, so they will put their plan, they will work on it, and after that he will create his vision where I have to be, and he has to believe also it's not piece of cake, and there will be a lot of challenges, and he has to be ready for these challenges. At the end, sometimes when we fail, we have to tell ourselves it's just a step and I can do again. To be demotivated, we need some just support from the society, from the family, from the home, and this is very important nowadays, because to reach your vision, and we have a lot of signs in our country that they achieve their visions but it's not easy. That because some of the youth, when I met them, they thought it's very easy. No, it's not easy. I know it's not easy, but they have to, try once and twice. That's it. They have to be patient little bit.
Well, the Egyptian leadership actually has taken into consideration and giving all the attention to vocational training as well, and I think this is of great importance as well.
Absolutely, because we have in our, the chapter 3 in of the Egyptian constitutions on the rights, freedoms, and the public duties, it stipulates in the Article 82, it says that the state shall guarantee the care of youth and children and shall work to discover their talents and develop their cultural, scientific, psychological, physical, and creative abilities, encourage them to engage in collective and voluntary work, and enable them to participate in the public life. So that means that the country, Egypt, we have in our, regulations that we support to support this young people. So accordingly, we're supposed to also help the country to support them to face these either challenges and to start their future. This is very important.
And of course, it included the women empowerment and also reaching youth and women on all levels, I mean, in different areas as well.
Absolutely. Also, again, the President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi is making and supporting the women empowerment years ago. And we can find our ministries, they are maybe the highest percentage is from women. And also in the financial inclusions from the central banking, they are helping them to start their projects. So now, if we can talk in general, not only the women empowerment, there is a women empowerment and there is the youth empowerment also. And these are one of the objectives for the sustainable objectives, which is coming from Vision 2030. So we are we are implementing Vision 2030 by 17 objectives from the sustainable objectives. That's it. So all the pillars, they are working in parallel.
Right. Dr. Hanady Ragaei, member of the Presidential Program, expert in sustainable community development. Thank you very much for joining us. And now we are going to move on to check out together more about Sports Roundup, then we'll be back.